Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you for being here on short notice. And it's an exciting morning, exciting day for our franchise. I'm here to announce that Jacques Martin is joining our group in a senior advisor role to the coaching staff. I think Jacques' history with the club is well documented, but also his resume and everything he's done in the game, including on the general manager side of things as well. So this was DJ and I had been talking about this for a while now. My job is to identify areas throughout the organization where we can add some support. Along the lines of Matt Nickel, Daniel Alfredson, and alike. Our commitment is to providing all the tools and resources for us to be successful. And so as I worked through the process, the fact that Jacques Martin was available to us, I think the qualities that he brings to any team and any organization with the integrity and character and experience is a huge asset for us. We have a terrific coaching staff in place. I watch them work their tail off every day to prepare our players, and they've done a good job. And I think with Jacques' addition to the group and, having that resource for DJ and the rest of the coaching staff, I think is a big step for us in that regard. So I guess without further ado, I'd like to introduce you back to Ottawa, Mr. Jacques Martin.
Folks, before we bring Jacques up, it was our intention to have DJ take some questions for this morning, but just on account of how close to practice we are, we'll dismiss DJ, but DJ will be available not long after practice ends. So Jacques, if you'd like to come up.
Thank you. Well, it's a great pleasure and honor to come back to this organization, I think, and this hockey team. And I want to thank the ownership, Steve, coaching staff. I think it's a great opportunity for me to work with some great people and also an excellent hockey team. I'm really looking forward to working with the coaching staff, management, and the players because I believe that there's a strong nucleus here to do things to become a top team in the league and win a championship. Thank you.
If there are questions for Jacques, please go ahead.
Yeah, Jacques, I'm just wondering, how did that first conversation go with Steve, and how did this all kind of come together from your vantage point?
Well, I think we've had some talks in the last while, and I think I really like the direction of the ownership and Steve. I think he's a young man that's bright, understands the responsibilities of the coaching staff, and has a lot of faith in his coaching staff. And I think that it just felt that with my involvement, just bring some another resources, using my experience to try to help our team even become better. I think I've been impressed. I've watched the last 3 games, and it's been very impressive, the commitment of the players. And I was telling the coaches earlier today, when I look at the team this year compared to last year, to me it's not about win and losses. To me it's about the commitment away from the puck. I think a lot of those young players, when they come into the league, the focus is all on offense, and they need time to realize that in order to win on a consistent basis, in order to win championship, you need to play the game 200 foot. And what I've seen in the last 3 games, it's been really encouraging.
Jacques, how do you think you can kind of lend a hand and be a sounding board?
Well, I think since I was known as an offensive coach when I was here, so no, I think it's a matter of just being a resource person, like Steve mentioned. Trying to bring to the coaching staff, some direction sometime because of my experience. Try to emphasize maybe areas that need to improve, and really work hand in hand. I think, we always learn, and I mean, I've learned a great deal since I've left here over the years. But to me, I think it's the organization recognizing that we need more people, we need more resources to have a better product. And when you look at organization now, all the people that are involved, whether it's in analytics, whether it's on the fitness side, whether it's on the mental skill side of a team, there's so much resources and information available to the players in order for them to really reach a peak of their performance. And as a staff, all you want is bring the best out of each player. And if you've got your players playing at their best, end results is usually very good.
The old saying is that, you can't go home again, but you kind of feel like coming back here, you've kind of come full circle in your career?
Yeah, it's kind of definitely that feeling. I think, being from Ottawa, I think it's a great opportunity for me to come back and join a great organization and some great people. And I think it's something that that I really appreciate the opportunity to work with these young athletes and work with the coaching staff and try to keep just getting better on a daily basis.
You certainly were in a comfortable spot with TV and radio work, but did you always know that you maybe were hoping or wanted to come back into the game, a competitive job?
Yeah, I think I've been working in the media the last 2 years with the hopes of maybe getting back with a team. I think it's more challenging and rewarding to be working with a group, and I've always had a lot of passion for the game. I don't think I've lost that. I've watched a lot of games even when I was in the media, and when it's in your blood, I feel that I could help an organization, and when that opportunity came up here, I think it was something that was really a great opportunity for me, and hopefully be able to help this organization to get to another level.
In your opening statement, you mentioned winning a championship. I mean, what does it take? Like you've been there with Pittsburgh. What does it take to be a championship team?
Well, I think I mentioned that to the players that the first speech that Mike Sullivan delivered to the team when I was there always stuck close to my mind, that you need some elite players to win a championship, but you need to have a team that the team mentality has to be first. And when I look at this team, how it's been built, I feel that we have elite players here. I feel that there's a strong organization, and I feel that there's a lot of character in this room. So I think there's a lot of elements. It's not an easy task to win, but I think that this team is well positioned to get to the next level and compete to win a championship.
Do you see parallels between when you came here from Colorado in December of '95 to what you're kind of walking into right now, in terms of where the program is at?
I think the program is way ahead than when I came here. I think like the first couple of years weren't easy. I don't think I give a lot of credit to our scouting staff at that time that brought in some exceptional athletes, and it's nice to see one of them back in the organization, Daniel Alfredson. I think will really help this organization. But I think when I first came, we weren't at the level that this organization is at now. I think they've been building over the last 4 or 5 years. I think they're on the cusp now of being able to take another step in the right direction and challenge for a championship.
Pourquoi vouloir vous impliquer? Pourquoi vouloir revenir maintenant? Qu'est-ce que vous avez vu dans cette équipe-là qui vous donne le goût de vous impliquer?
Bien, c'est une bonne question, parce que quand j'ai quitté la Floride hier, la plage, la belle température, j'ai débarqué à Montréal, il y avait de la neige, du froid. Mais ça reste que lorsque tu as une passion puis tu as un amour pour le hockey, puis ce qui est probablement le plus important pour moi, c'est le groupe que tu travailles avec, les personnes. Puis j'ai beaucoup de respect pour le nouveau propriétaire, le nouveau personnel, l'administration qui a mis en place et les joueurs qui sont ici. J'en connais quelques-uns, mais très peu, mais j'entends beaucoup de bien, beaucoup de gars avec beaucoup de caractère. Puis je pense qu'il y a énormément de potentiel dans cette équipe ici. Donc, d'avoir l'opportunité d'être impliqué avec les sénateurs une autre fois, je pensais pour moi, c'était une décision très facile.
C'est quoi les premières étapes quand on arrive dans un groupe où on ne connaît pas nécessairement les joueurs de façon très personnelle? C'est quoi les premières étapes pour s'intégrer, pour apprendre à les connaître?
C'est essayer de bâtir une relation avec eux autres, malgré que moi, mes responsabilités, c'est plus de travailler avec le personnel d'entraîneur. Donc, je vais m'appliquer à connaître plus là, en détail les systèmes qu'on utilise, essayer d'apporter des ajustements. Je ne pense pas que le personnel a besoin de changer leur système, leur style de jeu. C'est que je suis une autre personne ressource pour DJ. Je regarde la partie, je vois des choses, autant positives que des choses qu'on doit améliorer. Puis, je pense que je fais partie d'un staff qui est très progressif, un staff qui veut réussir. Donc, je vois un beau défi pour notre équipe.
Une dernière pour moi. Est-ce que vous connaissiez DJ Smith? Aviez-vous une relation déjà avec lui?
J'avais pas de relation. Je connaissais DJ comme entraîneur, avoir coaché contre lui, mais personnellement, non. Aucun des entraîneurs que j'ai une relation. Mais je pense que c'est quelque chose que tu bâtis. Je pense avec mes conversations que j'ai eues avec lui, puis avec Steve, je vois le potentiel de pouvoir développer une belle relation avec le personnel en place.
OK, gros merci, Jacques. Steve will bring you back up here as well.
Okay.
Thanks, Jack. You want to have some food? Head her back and coach room. Thank you very much.
We'll now transition to more of a formal news conference here with Steve. So by all means, go ahead with any questions.
You said something at first when you introduced Jacques about his general manager experience. Is this a situation where he can maybe help you out as well in that role while you're searching for the next person?
Well, whenever you add a quality person with that type of experience, I'm going to tap into his opinion and knowledge on things for sure. I mean, his sole focus is to support DJ and the coaching staff. But like any good organization, you know, you have the resources, you're going to use them.
Why is it important to bring him in?
Well, I mean, I think our commitment from the beginning was that we're going to look at all areas of the organization and see where we can support it. And, you know, initially with Daniel Alfredson coming in to be able to work with our players on the ice and being around the room and the coaches as well. Matt Nickel coming in to support an already strong medical and strength and conditioning staff. It's along the same lines. Like Jacques is going to come in and support our coaching staff, and DJ and the coaches bring many good qualities to our team. And Jacques' unique. He's got an incredible amount of experience, got great poise, and a lot of wisdom. And he's done this in the past with other teams where he comes in this advisor role, and I think it's a great benefit to our coaching staff to have him around.
Steve, is the plan to have Jacques here on a daily basis or once a week, once a month?
Yeah, Jacques will be around full time, and he won't be on the bench. He'll be the resource for our coaching staff. There's so much that you can see from up top during the game. The game slows down, and we've had Alfie and Ben Sexton up there doing that as well. So again, adding resources, putting together the best. No different than putting a line together. You know, you got to get you need players to bring different qualities to the group, and really excited to have Jacques on board. I think, you know, again, when you go through something like this, in my eyes, you're looking to see how you can support the staff, and to have someone of that caliber available to us, I think is is incredible. The fit, and then also, I mean, obviously the great history of Jacques Martin here with the Ottawa Senators, I think is icing on the cake.
Where would you say you're at in the search for a general manager? Like, have you started interviewing people, or like, could you just maybe give us a little insight on where you're at in that process?
Yeah, I mean, Michael and I speak on a daily basis. I mean, again, I think we've been thoughtful and diligent in all of our decisions that we've made here. We haven't rushed to any decision in any area. We want to make sure it's right. You know, so the discussions are ongoing. I think with the situation and really focusing in my time, focusing in on the day-to-day, we haven't really gotten to a point where, you know, to that next level of discussion on it. Certainly we talk about it every day. I mean, it's obviously my passion, but Michael's as well. And so we want to make sure we do things right. We'll take the time that's afforded to us. We're in good shape right now with the staff that we have. We're a little light compared to most NHL front offices, but the work is certainly getting done.
What about, is there an update on Tom Scott?
We'll know more a little bit more today on Shabby. He won't be available for us tomorrow, for sure, but we'll know more later today.
Is it not looking good?
That's all. I can't really speculate on it. I think we'll get to sit down with the doctors again today and see where we're at.
We're at the 20-game mark of the season. I'm wondering if you could just kind of big picture this from your vantage point. What assessments would you make of your team kind of at the quarter mark of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was really challenging to make a real accurate assessment on the team. I mean, at one point, including Shane Pinto, we were 6 players off our roster that were hurt. Now every team sort of goes through it, but to answer your question, to make an accurate assessment, you sort of needed maybe a little bit more time. Now we're at the 20-game mark. I think overall there's a lot to be excited about. I think that this team, as evidenced last night, came in against the top team in the league and won a big game. So they're capable of it, and I believe in the group. Now you talk about maturity and you talk about details and all the things that we need to get better at. Again, I think most teams are searching for that. I think we've been inconsistent, and but in saying that, over the last 3 games, after the DJ and the coaching staff made some adjustments to our game plan, we had a tough loss here against Florida, and since those adjustments, we've played some pretty good hockey, and including the game in Columbus where sometimes you do run into a hot goaltender, but I feel like with the adjustments the coaches have made and, the confidence building with this group, I think it's up to them. I think it's in this room, though.
You mentioned Shane Pinto's name there, and I'm just wondering, do you feel like you're still on track for, like, it's the middle of January that he's eligible to come back? Do you feel like that's a realistic target, that you think you'll be able to get him in here and up and running kind of at that point in the season?
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you a follow-up on that one. I wasn't expecting the one-word answer. Maybe, like, have you had conversations? Like, I guess a lot of people are just wondering, like, how he's doing right now, because it obviously would be difficult for him to be out given the circumstances.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've been in contact with Shane and his representatives, and we're eagerly waiting for him to welcome him back into Ottawa and to get him up and running. And players that miss time, we want to do the right things by preparing him with his training and everything that he needs to be prepared to hit the ice in good form, and so we'll find out here soon enough when he's back in town.
To bring a player like that back, you need a contract. Are there talks regarding that right now?
I won't talk about contracts publicly, but I feel comfortable with where we're at.